here in the East End this morning because earlier this week on Tuesday, one of our community members was murdered by ICE.
This is affecting not just here in Houston, but we're seeing it across the country.
Mr. Lorenzo Salgado was murdered.
This could be my uncle, this could be my aunt, this could be my brother. Even some of us who are, citizens, this could still be one of us just because they are targeting anybody now.
Right now, we have been completely abandoned. There is so much confusion about whether or not there's going to be an investigation and whether or not the city is helping the federal government with their investigation that we do not trust.
This isn't the first death that we've seen. We've already seen multiple deaths by the hands of ICE in the past year.
We are in a situation where we know that the only way that the truth comes out about these murders, whether it's Alex Preddy or Renee Good or it's Lorenzo Salgado, is because people were filming. People were there. People were eyewitnesses.
Enough is enough. We're seeing people keep standing up. Today, we saw people going out to the street.
We started the meeting. We had a lot of folks here. It was like something like 50, maybe 60 folks who came, and we've divided them up. They've gone to different areas in the East End, different parks, different grocery stores, and we've equipped them with Know Your Rights red cards with a hotline number for the Houston Rapid Response Network. So
we see a vigil happening. We see people going out to talk to their local businesses and their communities on how to protect one another. That's what community is.
The goal is to give out those resources, and in case somebody sees ICE in the area, they can call or text that number, and we will then mobilize a group of folks to go and respond. We are here because we know that we cannot rely on our elected officials, we can't rely on our law enforcement, we have to rely on each other to protect one another. The main goal for us is to go out in the community, let people know what resources exist. One of the most important things that business owners can know is that in order for ICE to go into a private spot in their business, so that would be, for example, an employees only area, they need a signed judicial warrant.
If you're a business owner and ICE comes to your business and they don't have a signed warrant, you have every single right to not allow them to come in.
And spread those resources to folks so they know that
you have the right to refuse service to them. You can kick them out. They don't have to come in because they don't have a signed warrant.
There is a community out here that can protect them and create these community networks of protection.
And that is your right as your business, your property. You can kick them out of your property. If you have signs that strictly says employee only and in designated areas where only you and your workers can go into.
As long as there is a sign that is clearly marked that says employees only, that is kind of the bare minimum. If there's a lock on the door, that would be even more ideal. But really just doing the bare minimum of doing the trainings with your employees, I think would be a really big help. And so if you're safety planning around where your employees should go, they should go to an employees only section, because ideally that's where ICE cannot go without that warrant. They might be able to enter any public areas of a business. So if it's a restaurant, they could enter the dining room, but they cannot enter the kitchen, right? Because that's not a place where the public typically goes.
If someone comes in and tries to ask for, the records of your employees, they try to do an I-9 audit, you have 48 hours to get that information to them. You don't have to comply immediately.
The goal of rapid response is really to try to make ICE act better. What we need is for more people to learn how to do that and to feel empowered to do that. So that way we can have this evidence when this happens again. And so we've seen these rapid response networks all around the nation, and we have one here in Houston, and we want to let people know that that resource is available. Because this will inevitably keep on happening as long as we still have this rogue ICE agency and we are not abolishing it and we are not prosecuting these agents. It is an inevitability that this is going to continue to happen in this community. This is an issue that I think is very personal to a lot of people in Houston. This is the battleground. This is the place where they try the most fascist policies that they can first. That's why we have the Dilley Detention Center that is abusing children and keeping families in abhorrent conditions here. They're using Texas first.
Honestly, the end result is to get ICE out of Houston, ICE out of our communities, ICE out of existence. ICE, let's remember, there was a time before, even in my lifetime, where ICE wasn't in existence, that we did not have ICE enforcement, and we can go back to a time where we had that. If you're interested in getting involved, reach out to your local organizations. There's multiple out there.
There are a lot of really good immigrant rights organizations throughout Houston. So you can go to the ILRC website, that's the Immigrant Legal Resource Center, but they are also welcome to go to the Houston DSA website, that's houstondsa.org.
I'm with Organized Power Numbers. You can find us there. We are hosting multiple neighborhood defense trainings where we are going educating people on their Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights and how to talk to local businesses and their community about those. And so we can get involved. We have them virtually, and we also host them in person.